Yo. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Yeah, we're live. Okay, so let's go. Let's start. We have a CTF that we're gonna do today. A hard difficulty. BitHug. Code management software is way too bloated. Try our new lightweight solution, BitHug. Let's go. The reason why I started live streaming is because these hard ones are starting to be too long, so take too long, so it's better to just live stream. Let's go. We got a login page, username, password, register, okay. So I guess we just need to get in here. Get in here and we're done. We're gonna download this distribution dot, what is it, a dot tgz file. Let's get the command to unzip that. Make command to unzip .tgz file. We're gonna set this to pro for next ones because it's gonna be way easier. tar dash xvzf. Okay, it's the same one as before. Xvzf is it? And it was called distribution.tgz. Not gzip format. I know, because xvzf. What's going on? Not in gzip format. Why is it not working? Never had this before. Never had this before. Meanwhile, okay, we have a simple login page. We're gonna inspect this in a second. Let me just see what's going on here. Is everything going fine? Yes. Everything is working as we wanted to. Got bare viewers. Nah, but let's go. So let's do this then. tar-xvf. Nice. Here we have it. We have a lot of files. A lot of files. We've got client files. We've got a lot. Before we check this, we're gonna go to see what's going on here. Off the rip, let's just try a SQL injection, because why not? Or 1 equals 1. Simple SQL injection where we're basically making sure this gives true when we comment out the rest of this SQL statement. Bad username or password. Why is it pass? Okay, never mind. Register. What if I register though? I could just register and log in, no? Let's try. Let's register. Invalid username. AA. Invalid username. Hello. Okay. Hello. I've registered. How does this work? I create repos. I can log out. Create repos. Initialize readme. Okay, so this is just like GitHub basically. This repo is empty. You can add files. I'm thinking maybe this, what we're gonna have to do is add files such that we inject some sort of bad code into those files, and that then gives us a flag. So kind of along the lines of XSS, just cross-site scripting could work. You have a simple thing here. I'm just gonna inspect, see what's up, what's popping over here. Just some bunch of HTML, but we're gonna be able to see this better in the actual files I just downloaded, the distribution. But yeah, we've got a huge project here. Weak models, what's this? Not too sure. Failed to load resource. Bad username, whatever. Main.js. Main.js get statics. Memo statics. History. Where's flag? I just need to find flag. I'm just gonna control F for flag in the whole files, I think. Got a lot of things here. Nothing that I like. No flags yet. Yeah, we've got a very big project this time that we need to see. We're gonna have some stuff in session storage. Nope, but we will have some cookies, no? Yeah, we got a bunch of cookies. User token session. Okay. Repos. I can only see my repos. I guess what would be ideal is to see everyone's repos, because if I can see everyone's repos, the flag is likely going to be somewhere in there. But yeah, we're going to have to see if that's what we need to do. I can just log in again. Hello. This. And we're in. Okay, perfect. Quite a nice little website. If I try something else, it just brings me nowhere. It doesn't complain, which is surprising. There's no user. What if I go admin? Is there a user named admin? Wait, what happened there? Why did I see something for a sec? Oh, it's just a login page, no? For a second. Yeah, for a second I saw the login page. Hello's repos, and I can go into my repos. Okay. Not sure how we're gonna exploit this, I'm gonna be completely honest. But we need to figure it out. How should we approach this? I just don't see anything suspicious yet. Like even if I go to the logout here, inspect, it's just a huge. We have the login. We have the needs an account. All of this. Sources is the main.js. That's the entry point of the app. It looks like with this huge ass entry point. The query. Huge thing. Can I control F this and I do flag 1 of 5? Okay, yeah, nothing special here. Nothing relating to a flag here. We have. It's time to go into the code then. Let's go into the code. We have readme, which I'm going to check out. Let me see. Cat. Nothing special. We have some config files. Probably will have nothing important. We've got server files and client files. Makes sense. Front end, back end. Let's go into those two separately. I could have put everything in one folder to be fair, but actually let's just do that. So make dir pico, and we're gonna move client to pico/client, server to pico/server, move, what else is there? Yarn.lock, yarn.lock. I think I could do several at a time. So yarn.lock, package.json, tsconfig.json, package.json, hidden files, whatever, we don't care. readme.md and .docker ignore. readme.md .docker ignore docker file. Aye. .docker file. Gonna move all of these into pico. cd pico cursor dot, and we're gonna look at the code in a way which you can understand it. See how this web app is built and see where we can get a flag. Because off the rip I see nothing, but my thought is I need to log into an account which has some stuff in it, I think. If I can get into a user code, let's say admin, I don't know, because right now if I get into hello, why is it not letting me? If I have a username hello and a password like this, I'm in. Okay, but this is actually not. It is a route within my thing, but it's a protected route, I guess. But if I go, I don't know, on admin/flag, I just have an empty thing like this. But that doesn't, that's still, it looks a bit sketchy that I can just do that. It looks a bit suspicious that I can just go in like that. So yeah, let's see what was opened. I'm gonna close these old things I had from older CTFs. Like this. Let's close that. And let's open. Let's see what we have. Clients. Damn, this is huge. This is huge. We're gonna have to really dig deep into this. I'm just gonna scan. Can I just, okay, flag. Yarn.lock, I doubt has anything. Look at this. Here, web APIs. Perfect. It's the, okay, exactly. So the flag is hidden as an environment variable to the application. We figured this out. Here it is. It's the process.m.flag, and as a default, it just gives me a test flag. So how do we get this? It's a super secret admin repo, which is exactly what we need to find. Wow, we figured it out. Nearly. We have this in 2 locations. Oh no, okay, it's just this. Flag. Yeah, it's this. Web API.typescript. We have post/API/login /API/register. If user not equal to string, return invalid. Okay. Every user gets their own target to attack. Okay, this is just in order to, for every user of picoCTF. So there's a target repository. Which is created, and its readme is, the readme has the flag. We need to find this repository. .git hello.git, is that it? It's No web page was found. Is my instance running? Yeah, it is. My instance is still running. It doesn't exist. Here we have the repo I created with the normal readme. Well, not even. We're gonna probably have to clone some stuff. If I clone this repo, this repo is still empty, but you can start adding files with just a few commands. So if I do git clone this, I can add files, but it cannot be as easy as that. There's a target repo we need to find, and the name of that repo is absolutely like, how do we know? Here is _/ user.git, which is making me think it's _ / hello.git. Like, can I just do that though? Wait, it's weird because I'm not getting any error. I'm just, yeah, it's just not doing anything. But then if I do like this, not this, but if I do this, okay, it still just does nothing. We need to find the target repo. How do we find the target repo? Target repo equals new git manager. What's a git manager? It's a class which has a constructor, the repo, directory, and name. And it takes the repo. And it splits this.name equals repo.split slash and dot. So we get just the thing in between, which is user. The user. So this is going to be the repo, which is someone's repo. I doubt it's going to be my name though. Then it would just be hello/hello. Like this. There's no repo like this. Or is there? Maybe. I could try cloning something like that. Let's see. Git clone. Not this. Oh my. Why did it not copy what I just copy? Hello. Ooh. Fatal. It's not found. This repository is not found, so it's not that. What's this user? Yeah. So I registered. But yeah, of course, the super secret admin repo is from an admin. So I need to somehow get into the repo of an admin. I don't have credentials of an admin whatsoever. SQL injection doesn't work. Yeah, SQL injection doesn't work. I have the why don't I have all the models here? It's annoying me. Where's the Google models? I want the Google models. This new one. This one looks good. Right here. Perfect. Okay. I need to figure out how to get the super secret admin repo. I have target repo.create. I have a comment here. That's the thing, it uses, every user gets their own target to attack. And it's based on the user, so I'm assuming it's with my username. I just have the repo, but when I try, that repo does not exist. So how do I get this? How do I figure out the username, the name of the target repo? Do I figure out the name of the target repo? Because that's the one thing I'm unsure about. It's not my user because I just tried it, unless I need to do something more. Successfully identify the mechanism, okay. With the target repo, we can look at how repositories are created during user registration. /API/register endpoint, yes, right here, correct. The target repository is automatically created for you when you register an account. The name of your target repository, yeah, but that's just one. It's not. It doesn't have all the projects. Follows the format _/ your username. The repository owner is an underscore. Yes, okay. The repository name itself is exactly your registered username. For example, if you registered with the username Alice, target repository would be _Alice. Its git URL would end in _alice.git /alice.git. That doesn't make sense because I just created a user. When I click on ASDF, I get redirected to route hello /ASDF. If I try to clone a repo named low.git, it says that it doesn't exist. Put it in ask mode. Let's go. Let's go. Figuring out what's up with this target repo. How do we figure it out? How do we, I'm not just going to guess names for the target repo, like admin, whatever. So I need to see. Based on the code, there are two different types of repositories. Repository I just created manually. This means the repository I created is located at, yes, correct, my target repository. The target repository for you that contains the flag. Looking at the registration code in server, you have this. Yeah, that's what I see. My target repository is located at _/hello.git. I see. So I have to do git clone. I was just messing up a thing, so instead I have to do git clone. This should be an underscore. Please. It doesn't exist still. Not found. How is it not found? This is so strange. I don't want to give it a hint that I'm doing this CTF, because otherwise it will just solve it for me, and we don't want that. We just want an understanding of how we get the target repo, because the target repo I'm trying isn't working, and that's just annoying at this point. Gemini 3.1 Pro. Is it good? So far it's not doing bad. Not sure which one's the best right now, but this one looks good. I've been using 3.0 up until now, so I'm happy that 3.1 came out. Heard that there's been new releases also to Sonnet, Opus, all this, but I haven't been really in the AI game recently, so just using whatever works best for me. But yeah, it might actually exist, but it's being blocked somehow, but like very blocked, because fatal repository, it's not much. Fatal. Oh. My git is not working. Fatal is not present, so the error fatal is not here. What if I put here fatal? No. So this is something actually from Git, it's not from the web app. It's taking its time though. This Gemini 3.1 Pro likes to take its time, which fair enough. If you're gonna give me a good answer, then go ahead. In the meantime, what else can we look at? Got this, got other APIs. Auth API might be useful to see, to understand. It uses Express. We have an auth manager, authorization. It uses some base 64 buffer for the user password. Got source IP. Got it. Got it. Let's webhooks.typescript. We're using SQLite, but it's well sanitized the input because we weren't allowed to do any SQL injection, which would have been too easy for a hard challenge. We've got a webhook. I didn't know you could have this webhook data structure, but sure. Oh, we made it here. An interface, UID, repo, user, URL, content type, body. I see. So You can add webhook, delete webhook. So this is a pretty advanced web application just to make repos, and we have a nice hint if we go to target here that we can just get this super secret admin repo. Question is what the name is, because underscore slash my user is not working when I clone it. So yeah, struggling there. How is git auth verified during cloning? Yeah, that's strange. Is git, I would expect more like two-factor authentication or something. I mean, that doesn't exist normally anyways, so. Ooh, I had a viewer. Is bro here? Bro dipped. Bro dipped. Didn't even get to see him. See his name. That's unfortunate. Be nice if you joined again. Helped me out a little bit. So I can achieve this CTF finding. Gotta be more entertaining, crack some jokes. Okay. This guy takes his time, man. Like, Gemini 3.1 Pro is taking its big time with this one. But yeah, we have a web API. So what is this doing? These are just all the possible things that can be done, right? There's creating a repo. Self, I don't know what it is. Probably something to do with getting also getting a repo. But yeah, you got log out, log in. All of these are very nice to basically, well, it's all the functionality of the app, and we found that here in the register we have this very nice thing allowing us to get a target repo. What could be the name? What can I try? Let's just go back to my man left. That's sad. That's sad. Let's go back to here. Maybe it's because our instance. Maybe it's because our instance restarted. Let's restart the instance. Try again. Maybe our instance already restarted when we tried to clone that. Let's get it. New link. New link. Grab a new link. Username. Hello. Password. What do you mean bad? Ah. Perfect. I don't even need to create a new repo. I need to try to git clone this one. Different port, 59373. No, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Whoa. We've got some info to get. Express handles /user /repo.git. The repo parameter captures everything up to the literal string.git. So it's tempting to try directory traversal here. But URL, express URL decodes the path parameters before they hit my middleware. So encoded slashes become literal slashes. When the code checks the parameters against the regex, this one right here, user.match, it will fail and return a 404 because slashes are forbidden by the regex. Okay. But we still use slashes in the other one we were doing. No. Actually, no. Oh yeah, but yeah, we do use them. But there's a major vulnerability in how the application handles webhooks. Webhooks, I did not notice that. I went through that code and it looked fine. So we bypass Git authentication. Is that what you're telling me? So I go to webhooks. Go to webhook. How does this even work? I don't even know how a webhook works, bro. Like you're telling me there's a vulnerability in something. I don't even know how it works, bro. Like long day. A feature that so git api.ts. Let's find ourselves. We're here. I didn't even see this. This would have been useful, low-key. It allows users to create webhooks that trigger on a git receive pack. Where's that? Where's that git receive pack? Ooh, look at this. It triggers something, don't it? A repo. So when I push to the repo, something triggers. When I push the repo, I can trigger a webhook that I created. That's dope. That is dope. Const validation URL equals new URL. If validation URL.port not equals validation URL.port not equals 80, we throw an error. URL must go to port 80. Host URL must not go to localhost. There are several critical flaws here that lead to a server-side request forgery. Yeah, I knew about that, but putting the pieces together with this application, tough. With webhooks, yeah. Redirects are followed. The webhook triggers a post request using node fetch. So by default, it follows HTTP redirects, method and body preservation. If a server responds with a HTTP, so server-side request forgery is when we send a request to a server, and that request sends from my request sends another request to another server, and that is where the good stuff is. The flag is. Put this into the diagram. Basically, if you load please, load please. We have. I'm not like the best at explaining, but I have a server. There's another server. SSRF is quite simply, well, of course there's more complexity to it, otherwise I would have figured it out instantly. But SSRF, let's move this bit. Let me move this bit. Really? Okay, whatever. Here we've got an evil guy, we've got Mr. Devil guy, like, we've got Angry Devil. Drawing the devil with a nice long nose like that, and we've got him like send request to this server. But this request is meant to already have something that forwards to this server. We get flag. We've got a little flag over here. Got a little flag over there, and we get flag. Boom, done. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. The way we're gonna solve that is If a server responds with a temporary redirect or permanent redirect, I didn't even know these codes. 307, 308, okay. Node fetch will follow the redirect and preserve the post method and the entire request body. So this is what we send, and it's preserved, which is good. Admin IP verification. In server /src/ this, if a request originates from from localhost, it automatically receives admin privileges. Oh, okay. So all it needs to do is come from localhost. Nothing else really matters. So to bypass the admin, if user kind equals admin, it bypasses the repo owner equals user. Check. So you can read, write, access to any repository. Uh-huh. Okay. That's the thing, right? Like this underscore is not belonging to me, and that's why I can't access it. But if we do this an SSRF, then we'll be able to access it. How do we do this then? The webhook body, webhook concept I can't explain to you confidently. I'm gonna just be real and say that. But it's webhook body, true body. It's fully controlled by me during creation. There's a base 64 encoding body parameter. Where is this webhook? Base. Oh no. Undo, please. I don't know what I did there. Base 64, please. No, there's nothing here from base 64. But let's just assume it's encoded like that. It's a buffer, so yeah, that makes sense actually. There's base 64. Construct a raw git receive pack payload and use. So our payload is basically saying that we're pushing something to a repo, no? To that repo, to the target one. We use SSRF to send it directly to the target repo as an admin. That's where I'm like, how are we going to do that? Okay, so what's the attack flow then? We host a redirect server. So we set up a web server on port 80. So we just need to do like the Python thingy, like Python server. I'll find that command in a sec. And it unconditionally responds with a HTTP 307 temporary redirect pointing to the internal Git API. Okay, so we have. Oh, I closed the whiteboard. No way. Please tell me it's still there, my beautiful drawing. Yeah, so this is ours. This is port 80. This is port 80. Like this. We host this. We are the guys that make this. And okay. So localhost, then what happens? Location. That's the location of the internal Git API, I guess. Localhost 1823, why 1823? No clue. And then where the Git is, and then we /git receive pack is doing a push. So then we craft a git push payload. So we create a local bare repository. I had a file named access.conf, which contains my username, and I committed. Don't know why actually. We captured the raw network bytes of a git push that pushes this commit to the ref/meta/config branch. Damn, this is a tough one. Like, if you think I was gonna come up with that myself, like, yeah, go. I need to understand more about like webhooks and how all that thing works, cause this, yeah, you got me gone. You got me gone right here. Like this is some deep stuff. No joke. This is deep. Register the webhook. Send a post request to your own repository's webhook endpoint. Slash hello, slash ASDF to get, slash webhooks. And I provide a URL which is my like the server I just created on port 80. Content type, okay. Body, the base 64 encoded raw git payload from step 2. Trigger the exploit. Push any standard commit to your own repository. Honestly, these hard CTFs, I need to learn some stuff before these, man. Like webhooks. Without knowing how that thing works, like how do you come up with this? This is mad, man. But anyways, let's continue. This causes the backend to fetch the webhook URL. The server responds with a 307 redirect to the localhost. Node fetch follows the redirect hitting the local server. The server authenticates the request as admin, and the raw git payload is processed, pushing the new access.conf file to the ref/meta/config branch of _hello.git. And once this exploit triggers, my username hello is added to the access list of _/hello.git. Okay, so this access.conf allows you to add people to access to your git. From that point, I'll be authorized to just clone that one. Clone it. Okay. Why 1823? Yeah, where does the 3 come from? I need to understand what a webhook is, man. Like, 'cause this is the word which I've worked with a lot, like in terms of, yeah, I know like behind the scenes, but I still don't fully get it. Is the port that the Express server listens on internally. Haha, okay. And it's hard coded in the app. Okay, I didn't check, so I didn't check. Give me a sec. Give me command to host server on port 80. Nah, bro, but Gemini 3.1 is good, man. The fact that it just came up with all of that quickly, it's a hard challenge. Like this is done by less than 3,000 people in the world, and Gemini just said, okay, I'm gonna just give you the full step-by-step guide. And it just ran a command. No, I didn't tell you to run it. Tell me to give it to me. You can host a simple with a one-liner. Sounds good to me. So what is it doing? Let's understand. So we're creating a HTTP server, but we can't just say, a simple server. We have to specify that it sends the response. It redirects to 307 with a header location here. With that specifically. And then we have socket server, TCP server. We're saying the port 80, HTTPD. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Trying to think what I actually figured out for myself here. I figured out that we need to access the target repo, but the whole fact that we have to use SSRF to authenticate as an admin, absolutely did not see that. Like, figuring that out is, I don't even know how this guy figures it out. Like it said, because of Express, no? There's a feature that allows to create webhooks that trigger on get receive pack. So yeah, it really is about understanding webhooks, which I'm gonna be like absolutely transparent and say I don't. I'm gonna have to look into this because if I want to understand what the hell is going on, what the hell is going on. But yeah, okay. Have this. Let's do it. One liner. Let's go. Opening my terminal and I'm copying it. I'm serving. I'm serving. It's there. Perfect. So when the BitHook server sends the webhook post request to my IP on port 80, this will redirect it, forward it straight to the local Git endpoint. Perfect. This is what we need. Exactly. What else? I need to craft a Git push payload. I create a local bear repository. Let's do it. I think I can just like make a file now. So whatever, I'll do like make dir repo, and I'll literally just do cd repo and get in it now, get in it, something like that. Don't care really. And I add a file named access.conf. Okay. .conf. Actually, I don't even need to, but sure. Hello. Like this. Nice. And I need to commit this, so git status, whatever, git whatever. Committed. Done. Now that it's committed, I need to capture the raw network bytes of a git push that pushes this commit to refs/meta/config branch. How do I do that? How do I do the following? My branch is just local, so what do you mean push? It said to make a local branch, but I think it means we need to also incorporate it into BitHub. GitHub, no, BitHub. This is crazy though. This webhook BS, like it's pissing me off because I have no clue what the hell is going on. Like, I need to do this step because this step is going to be critical. So what do I do? Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I actually need to clone my repository. I need to clone the repository I already have access to and move into that directory. Okay, so it's not local. It should be, yeah, yeah. Okay, no issues. None of that. None of that. Let's make one. Do I still have? Oh, brother, that. Do I still have? Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna do what I'm doing. Okay, it's still there. I'm gonna restart it though, because otherwise it's gonna go off quickly. I want time. I need time. Copy the URL like this. Got it. I'm gonna register. Hello. I'm registered. I'm making a repo. I'm creating it and I'm cloning it right now. You appear to have cloned an empty repository. Don't care. Perfect. Now what? Now we've sorted this out. I go here. I create the branch and file locally. So I need to create a branch named ref/meta/config. An orphan branch with no history. Isn't that normal though? No clue though why, to be honest. Switch to it. Echo, hello, boom. Yeah, this is what we need. We add it. We commit it. And now we create a local interception script. That's crazy, the fact that we had to do that. I've still got some questions like why do we need to go into ref/meta/config? We use a tiny Python script to act as a proxy, and it will forward the initial GET request to the real server, which Git needs to negotiate the protocol. But when Git sends the post request with the payload, the script will save it to a file and stuff. So I need to save this code as interceptor.py. This just intercepted, so it does the get, and then in the post it writes it. Yeah, what it mentioned. So we do interceptor.py like that. There it is. I have to run it. Python interceptor.py. Python interceptor.py. That's running, and then in my other terminal I'm going to tell Git to push, routing it through the interceptor, which is by doing this. And we'll get a payload, which is what we need. Unit config, copy that, ASDF, do that, and we push. Some of these commands are crazy though, like knowing them from the get-go. Empty reply from server. Why? What you mean empty reply from server? Yeah, because all we wanted is to capture it. It didn't go all the way to the server. Whoa. Got an exception here. Create connection. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Then I base 64 encoded. Then we'll put it in the field when creating a webhook, because that's what's gonna trick it into thinking, oh yeah, this is a normal push, normal git push. But that's not exactly what's happening. It's not a normal git push. It's the killer push. The killer push. But yeah, no, there's some stuff here which is next level. Like next level. What is it trying to do though? Yeah, run a Python command. I hope it's not breaking my computer, because now these guys go crazy. They're doing whatever the hell they want. Git uses an absolute URL, including the domain name, when using an HTTP proxy. So the path is actually something like this instead of just this. The interceptor appends that absolute URL to target URL. It closes a service not known error. Got a new script to use, which solves that. And we just fetch the URL directly. We try again. We try again. We try again. We try again. Let's go. Let's do it. Gotta be quick. Like that. Python interceptor.py. We run what we did before this. Fatal. Unauthorized. What do you mean? Didn't work. 401 unauthorized. What you mean, man? Where am I getting unauthorized? Exception occurred, main. No payload has been captured because we got an error saying HTTP error 401 unauthorized. Okay. Okay. But yeah, no, there's a few things which are a bit unclear, like what's this ref slash meta slash config have to do? Why are we pushing to this branch specifically? You know? Quite a strange decision to make to push to that specific branch. But yeah, there's nothing much that can be Chavo! Git server requires authentication and initially responds with this. So you need to make sure our proxy passes Git's headers, the authorization header. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Boom. We rerun it. And we do this. Ask for password. Fatal. Here we get service get receive pack here like this. Malformed encoded found in chunked encoding. What the And then the script will catch the final post request containing the payload. Not really, because I do this. Let's try this. Fatal. What's going on? I'm gonna check this and then I'm gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to split this into parts. But yeah. It's not getting to that stage that we want. Which is not good. Not good. We're gonna get there. We're gonna finally do it. With this web concept. Is getting onto me. Okay, we're gonna pause this for now. How do I pause it? I think I just need to end it, don't I? Alright, I'll see you guys in part 2. We've done quite a lot. Thanks for the 2 viewers that pulled up. You know, starting somewhere. Didn't stay for long, but yeah, gotta be interesting, so we're gonna improve on that. That's life, though. We improve. Next time I'll be teaching you guys more stuff. Today, Gemini is teaching me quite a lot, I'm gonna be honest, because this CTF is a tough one. But, yeah. See you guys in part 2. I'm out. Bye bye.